Am I the a-hole for refusing to cook for my wife anymore after she ate 3 of my meal-prepped meals? In my household, my wife doesn't cook, she sucks at it, and it's just easier on our taste buds if I cook for us. Earlier this year, we both decided that it was time for us to get back in shape. I decided to research some macro-calorie-friendly cooking recipes and got big into meal prepping. My wife stuck with it for a few weeks, but ultimately decided to quit. Luckily, this wasn't too much of an issue for me. She's a nurse and frequently works much later than I do, as my typical workday is from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., so I would make my prepped meals for the week on my off day, and then I would make dinner like I did prior. When I meal prep, I make 6 days worth of 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and just swap around lunch and dinner. Last week, Thursday morning, for work, and planned on coming back Friday morning and stopping through home, grabbing anything I needed, then heading into the office. This was known for weeks in advance, so I didn't spring this on my wife. I figured that she would be able to make sure she and our kid got dinner that night and breakfast that next morning. The next morning, I'm running late and drive through home looking for my last breakfast and lunch for the week, and they're gone. I don't have time to ask my wife, nor do I want to wake her up early before her shift, so I just go. I end up skipping breakfast and lunch. I get off of work and I'm starving and decide I'm just gonna eat dinner early, and when I look for my dinner for that night, it's not there. This is what set me off. When my wife gets home, I ask her what's up, and she admits to eating the meals. I tell her that I had portioned out food for an entire day, and she ate all of it in a single night. She said it was my fault as I didn't make anything for her and our kid to eat, and I just left the meal prepped things so they had to eat those. We got into an argument, and she told me I was being selfish. So now I decided that if I'm selfish for expecting her to feed herself for one night, I would just not cook anymore, as I'm doing a lot of work for a selfish person. For the past week, I made my meal prep meals and store them at work and let her figure out what she wants to do for dinner by herself. Of course, I still cook for our kid, but only one portion small enough for him to eat by himself. I told her I would keep this up and that she should learn to cook for herself if she's not happy about it. She told me that she's too tired when she comes home from work to cook and that I'm being incredibly petty. I think I'm justified, and I'm pushing her to learn a life skill she should have by now. Am I the a-hole?